Well, I want to do the live stream first.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah. I want to make sure I set the live stream because I could just cut this part out.
Or we can keep it in there. I've been telling you, we just fucking
Yes, because that's what everyone wants.
Keep it in there.
Everyone wants to hear the parts that no one cares about. Oh, but now you can't see me because the screen's black.
What's wrong with that? Huh? Racist.
Yep, I'm racist. Oh, look, sounds like they saw that whole thing. All right. What is up, everybody? It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's another edition of Curveballs and Chair Shots. We are back. My name is Brandon Tanguma. Alongside me, as always, my lovely and esteemed co-host, Dominic Hobson. Dominic, how are you doing today on this fine June weekend eve night?
Are we live?
Yes, we are live. That's why I did the whole intro and I did everything.
Oh, I just want to make sure because, you're not very good at this stuff.
Yes, and we are live on YouTube. So all of you podcast listeners who are listening to this on delay, if you want to see our lovely faces, go on the tube of you. Link is in the description of said podcast. And
well, here, maybe I'll do us a solid and we'll just hang on.
Or maybe he tweets it out, or maybe he also changes the Twitter profile picture to match the Instagram Twitter profile picture.
Oh, look, I'm drinking a fucking... Wait, that's the past.
Yeah, it's Inception.
Hang on. Okay. This is how good of an ambassador I am. Let's see, copy link. Because I don't trust my Safari, just copy the link and go to Twitter that way,
Does that mean that I have to be a good ambassador? I have to put it on Instagram? Oh, now you can hear the past. No one's hear the past. Dominic can't hear anything. What's going on?
I can hear.
Well, what do you do? What are you owing about?
You said you can hear the past.
Yeah, because I have my thing on.
Check us out now! Exclamation point! Hashtag. Where's the hashtag P? Let's see. D-Day tour. No, no, we don't do that. Singapore Open 2023.
Sure, I don't know.
Yes, it's trending. It's trending. So
whatever gets us trending, I'll take it.
Pete Davidson is a fucking transformer. What's going on with the world?
Anyways, Dominic.
My week, my day. No, you said my day, not my week. You said my day.
Yeah, no one cares about your whole week. We just want to know about your day because you finally went to your
traffic school,
because you're a speedster, a criminal, and you have to wipe this away from your record.
Proof that I actually did go to traffic school. This is not a bit. So everybody,
trust me, I saw the
everybody was turned to
ticket,
page,
the direction.
Page 1, which is just a little flyer and table of contents. My bad. There's multiple contents.
All right, this is just going to be a lecture.
Brandon, can you read page 1, please? Can you read page 1, please? Thank you. Okay.
Don't be an idiot and don't speed, I guess.
That's the type of school that I like. Fuck high school. That shit was annoying. That school was 3 hours long, and I learned a lot. More than in my whole education career. Learned everything. And also entered a chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. No big deal. No big deal.
And how much is this costing you?
It was I'm an old person now. Gotta lick the finger to go through pages. Let's see. Do my ID. Let's see. It was $150 for the citation and a $5.25 service fee.
So maybe you get a little bit of your money back with a Visa gift card.
Well, I mean, my ticket. God damn it, throwing this back over. My ticket was originally $196. So, actually saved $40, and then, yeah. So yeah, other than that, had Panera for lunch, Chipotle avocado chicken with a small mac and cheese was delicious. And then I had Starbucks in the morning, and then I had another Starbucks in the afternoon. Your boy's wired. And
so you're telling that Curveballs and Chair Shots is sponsored by caffeine today because your boy is also absolutely wired. It's gonna be a great episode today. We're gonna go on forever.
No,
never sleeping.
Got to go short because I told Brandon this. I am on call at the work celly. And already had one today.
It hasn't stopped us before. You've answered a call before.
Tyler's a
Wow.
dick.
Tyler's out here disliking our Zoom links because he's being a little pussy and doesn't want to show up.
Yeah, he doesn't want us to get the fucking smoke.
Maybe if I put in the YouTube link, maybe he'll like that instead. Little bitch.
And my
He needs to be on this podcast if he wants to earn Oakland A's tickets because he's cashing in those royalties again for Tuesday. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Anyways, but, other than that, it's fine. Just on call this whole week. So I'm not gonna want to do a lot and just gotta do laundry. Basic.
So then, what was the reasoning for when I came up there a couple weeks ago and you didn't want to do anything?
That's because you're here. Why the fuck am I treat
okay.
you? I don't treat you like anything. The fuck?
Okay.
You ain't special.
But you said because you're on. But you said because
him.
you were on call, you didn't want to do anything. So then, because I was there, you didn't want to do anything. So when it's a perfect world, and you have nothing to do, then you want to do things all the time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Hey Brandon, how was your day?
Oh, my day. Honestly, this whole week kind of boring. Didn't have any work because the Oakland A's are on a road trip, but we'll talk about that soon, later in this podcast. It's been a lot of Nevada state legislative live streams that I've been watching.
Nevada, you say?
Yeah, but besides that, haven't really done too much. Nothing too exciting. So
wow,
no traffic, no traffic school violations. No, I'm still trying to recover from that wild trip at Spokane, which I will say the week after I was quite tired the rest of the week, but now I think I've accumulated enough nap times to where I am back to my regularly scheduled sleep. And also it helps. I have noticed, this is for all you health conscious people out there. I did notice when I didn't go to the gym for like an entire week, I felt very tired and very sluggish. And I went to the gym a few times this week. Should have went more, but I didn't because of some Nevada state legislatives. But I went 3 times this week. Felt pretty good. Also doesn't help that I've had about 350 milligrams of coffee today, as we explained, since I usually have my Friday energy drink that I drink usually for lunch. Forgot that at the house. So then instead I had some coffee. Then I had a buy juice gimmick, which has 55 milligrams in it. And then when I went to the gym, I splurged and bought a 200 milligram Ghost sour green apple. Very good. Much better than the orange dreamsicle and the tropical mango that I got at Spokane, Washington. No disrespect to Spokane. It's a disrespect to Ghost. And so your boy's wired.
Well, I'm happy I wasn't paying attention because I didn't need to pay attention to that because it was just a big rant about Zip.
Well, now you know how everyone else feels when you go on and talk about All American Label.
Which, some bitch there, drink a, what was Celsius? Is that what it's called? Or
yeah, peach love or peach overload, peach something.
Oh my god, you think you're delicious.
Peach vibe.
Such a
sparkling white peach edition.
Such a bitch. I mean, they are pretty tasty.
I mean, that's a pretty small can, and his hand is barely like even covering a tad. So you're telling that is a tiny ass little can. Look at how small his hands are.
So you're telling me small hands, which means,
I mean, look, I'm holding my 30 plus ounce water bottle. It pretty much looks the exact same.
Such a big hand you got, Brandon.
Big hand.
This means,
bam.
If you have a small hand and you put something in it,
means you got a tiny ass little baby dick.
I was trying to.
I don't
more into Windows, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, that guy, whoever it is, I'm not gonna name names here, but small dick,
little baby.
Well, no, you don't want to make him a child molester.
Well, I'm not gonna say. Anyways, he is not a little baby. He is an adult. He is over the age of 18. So any comments, sexual or otherwise, are not.
Which, by the way, looking at that photo, it doesn't look like he's actually working. And this was taken at what time?
9-10 o'clock.
This was taken at 11:29 a.m.
Ooh.
And this guy isn't working at all. He's just sitting on his ass drinking energy drinks. So I'm.
What does he think? Who does he think he is? Me?
Exactly. I think I'm gonna have to report him to not his manager because his manager's a bitch as well. I have to report him to maybe the general manager of said company. I know where he works, so we'll have to wait and see. But
we will have to wait and see. This person loved that we were on YouTube. Let's see.
Yeah,
Is there
what a
anybody in the
bitch.
chat? Absolutely nobody in the chat.
Okay, good.
You just hate to see it.
That's what I was checking just to make sure that
He was a chirping.
he wasn't being calling anyone out. Not that
I wish
we know who it
I
is.
wish on Zoom there was like a way for the actual chat to be like integrated into the Zoom app so I could just kind of see it instead of having to have the I guess I could kind of flip it around where I can. Nah, that's way too much. Maybe I'll do it.
What happened to your white TV screen?
Well, right currently I'm watching the Oakland A's and the Milwaukee Brewers game.
Oh.
I mean I could, but that means I have to get up because I need the other remote. I need my Amazon Fire remote that did not come with me to Spokane, Washington.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I know.
Damn, the Heat lost. Hate to see it.
Whoa, spoilers, bro. Spoilers.
I mean, you never know. Maybe somebody wins.
No, the Heat did lose. So is there anything else the people need to know about Dominic Hobson?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I mean,
How was on call? Any excursions?
No, I went to the one like I told you about before we started, and just living it day by day, bro. Just fucking, cashing checks and snapping necks. Just
Pinning shoulders to the mats, banging rats.
I mean, one may say, but just loving life, living life, and maybe just yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did get a nice surprise today. I thought my paycheck from the A's was going to be like $60 because I didn't really work on the last road trip or last homestand because I was visiting my best friend up in Spokane, Washington. Shout out to the audience. Shout out to the audience. And apparently I didn't really check the time frame, but I guess some of the games I worked beforehand bled into the other games. So I was quite surprised that I made a couple $100 extra. I thought
I need to transfer my car payment. Maybe you can go ahead and talk about some stuff.
No, Dominic, wait. I've already talked about my financial situation. Let's talk about your financial situation. Let's just air it all out there. How much you make up there in Spokane?
$25 an hour.
Oof, damn. I could have been making $24 an hour on Memorial Day, but instead I was visiting my best friend's studio audience.
I mean, you should just get another job.
I should get another job because I got scheduled, and now that all the kids are off of school and now they
can work.
They are available all the time. I'm not working all that much. I used to be not the backbone, but I was like a person who was working very often. Now, next homestand, I'm working like 3 games.
Damn.
Yeah, 3 games. Next Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. But not working Friday, so that means we'll still have the podcast regularly scheduled. Also, the next game next Friday, or not next Friday, but June 30th, also not working that day. It's almost like my boss, shout out Eric, big fan of the podcast, and he knows not to schedule me on, because you know what? He didn't schedule me on Fridays, Dominic, but he did schedule me on the 2 Wednesdays that they are here. Both of those Wednesdays are night games. I know. So those of you in the BCU know that we record Wednesday night and they go out Thursday afternoon. So I will be missing 2 of the next 3 other podcasts. I am sorry, Mr. X. I know you desperately need to hear my views over there on that other podcast, but for the next 2 out of the next 2 of 3 weeks, my voice will exclusively be here at Curveballs and Chair Shots.
Well, I'm happy to hear that because we need you here, bud.
Anyways, Dominic, tell us about your financial situation.
Just transferred half of my fucking money to my savings, bro. I'm about to be rolling in the dough, dog. But missed missed today technically, even though I worked for an hour and a half because my on-call should have went to overtime, but it wasn't overtime, which pissed me off. But just slowly, I moved up here with like a nickel to my name. I'm slowly catching up. So
that's nice, Dominic.
I try.
That's great. Anyways, any
no
plans for the future? We don't need to get into them, but are there any plans for the future?
I'm thinking about buying my own country.
Okay.
Be just a dictator of a small rural area and just.
I watched a YouTube video yesterday about what's it called exactly? Senegalian island.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right by India, and it's like the last like it's inhabited by a tribe, but the tribe is very aggressive and doesn't want anybody coming on
Yeah,
their
they killed
island.
some Christian kid
Yeah.
like not too
So
long
maybe
ago.
you should
They'll try to rule over
you
there.
should try invest there, try to buy them and see what happens, because I know that's definitely going to go well.
I mean, bring a pistol, you're fine at least.
Well, when there's like hundreds of them with iron tipped arrows, I think you might be a little outmatched with your little handgun.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if you kill one, there's no going back from that.
Yeah, you kill one, you just say, you want to end up like this guy? No, you listen to me.
So there you go, Dominic. Mass murder, a genesis. Dominic is planning a genocide for him to
get it right.
Well, it's going to be a genesis of a new Senegalian island.
I mean,
not to because I know I keep saying it. I keep saying like Senegal, but obviously that's an African country. I need to get it right. What's it called?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I'm trying to fucking figure it out.
Oh, they're asking me what it's called. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just know about the island, But I don't. I'm joking, people. Don't. First of all, don't even own a gun. Have to buy one. But let's
North Sentinel. There we go. Sentinel, not Senegal. Sentinel.
Yeah.
Meh.
You should go there.
I should not go there. Dominic, it's illegal to go there, according to India.
Yeah, because they're tired of all these people getting murdered by them.
Exactly. Even though I think the last time that's been contact was that stupid kid in 2018.
Yeah.
Kind of learned.
He was like, I'm going to go there and teach them about Christianity. And they're like, get your God out of here.
Amen, brother. Anyways, let's jump into some topics because Dominic's going to bitch and complain in about 20 minutes that he has to leave.
Well,
so we got some football news. Not a lot the past couple months, but we got some. DeAndre Hopkins, he got cut. I think I forget if we even talked about it.
We talked about
it when we were in Spokane, but he did visit with the Patriots allegedly either today or the last couple of days. Dominic, do you see that as a good possible fit?
No. He wants to be on a contending team. He's not going to go to the Patriots, who, granted, their division isn't super difficult, but let's be honest here.
Super difficult. It's arguably the best division of football.
Yeah, but the Patriots can always sneak into a playoff if they wanted to. Who's even their starting quarterback? Is it Mac Jones or is it Mac Jones?
Who?
Mike or Mac? Is it Mike or Mac? It's Mac.
Oh, okay.
Jones.
I thought it was Mike Jones.
No, that's a rapper.
Oh.
Or is it the other guy that I don't remember the guy's name. The backup to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones.
Cam Newton.
Is he even in the league?
No, he's not in the league anymore.
Yeah,
maybe comeback season.
Michael Vick. I'd rather have Michael Vick.
Old ass 40-something Michael Vick. Michael Vick, he probably is 40, but he's probably like a young 40.
Bring back Kurt Warner.
He is 42, so I was correct.
Look at you.
He can still do it.
But
might not have the same legs, but he can do it.
He's going to go to a contending team. A team that may possibly land him. Could you see him going to a team that has like a top tier quarterback? Up and coming players. They're New York.
I think it just depends on what does he want. Like, does he want to be just that big target that he'll play like 70-60% of the snaps, but he's not going to be the number one guy? Or does he want to be the number one, number two guy who's going to be there, get a lot of the first, second reads? So I think, and by the looks of it, if he is targeting the Patriots, that he would kind of slot right in there as like the number one, number two guy. I can't really
or do you remember go to the Rams and it's you and Cooper Kupp.
Matthew Berry's little Cooper Kupp. Get it right. Yes. Let's see. What is the Patriots?
We're going to be here for days.
We are going to be here for days because people need to know the New England Patriots. If I could spell Patriots, because I'm a Patriot. God damn it. Wide receiver depth. Shout out to our former president getting indicted. Love to see it. Who?
Not my president.
Any hoots. Oh yeah, they signed Juju. They got Devontae Parker, old ass. I still probably would take DeAndre Hopkins over Juju Smith-Schuster, but shout out Juju did a TikTok in the White House the other day when the Chiefs visited. So
Good for you, bud.
good for you, buddy. Just doing your little, I don't know what the dance is called. I just know it's from the Memphis Grizzlies, and shout out Memphis Grizzlies. They're doing great right now. Shout out John Morant. He's going to get the book thrown at him eventually, one of these days after the NBA Finals, which might be over sooner rather than later. Another player on the lookout to possibly sign somewhere is Dalvin Cook, because the Vikings officially cut him today. Word was out that he was going to be released yesterday. Officially happened today. He's about our age, Dominic. He's like 27, 28. So not super duper old, but old in
I can outrun him.
In running back years. We also got Ezekiel Elliott out there on the free agent market. I definitely would take Dalvin Cook over Ezekiel Elliott now.
100%.
Similar to Nuke is, what is Dalvin Cook looking for? Does he want to be, one of those top guys? How much is he demanding to earn? I mean, I would love for
once again, I think these top tier players, Hopkins and Cook, and I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Zeke, but I mean, he's still,
I mean, we saw it last year. Tony Pollard was just wiping the floor with
exactly.
Zeke was getting way more opportunities, and Pollard was
just outrunning them. Yeah.
Just
and
fucking every time he touched the ball was like 50 yards.
I feel like for Zeke, out of the, I feel like Zeke is just going to be happy to land somewhere and play, whereas Dalvin Cook still has the ability to be the main back. So I think Cook goes to a contending team, and I think Elliott just goes to a team that's willing to sign him.
Yeah, maybe Zeke is like the Leonard Fournette, or someone just was once. Well, Leonard Fournette never really panned out too much.
But I mean, look at who was the backup to Josh Jacobs like 2 years ago? What was his or was it last year? He plays on the Ravens now.
Gus Edwards.
No, he was on the Raiders, and then he fucking
Mark Ingram.
No, god damn it. Come on, use your brain here. Use your brain.
Well, I'm hyped up on Mountain Dew chip. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know. Was it Parker? No, it wasn't Parker.
Oh, he was definitely on the Ravens last year.
Yes, because Edwards and the other guy went down, and I picked him up, and then he didn't do shit, and then I didn't play him the next week, and then he went off for like 125 yards with like 2 touchdowns. And
Justice Hill.
No.
It's not the Gus Bus. It's not J.K. Dobbins. And now you're going to make me go up on like fucking Football Reference and look up the depth chart from last year.
I'm going to fucking do it. You talk.
If only there was someone on this podcast who is just a wealth of knowledge on everything and could just yell at us and tell who, well, Dominic should know because he apparently was a part of his fantasy team. He should know every single player he had on his team last year.
I mean, but I pick and drop like,
Me too. I'm dropping, picking up. I remember everybody I picked up and dropped.
I'm going to see
that Antonio Gibson. He gave me a good little run with the first couple.
Oh, maybe they dropped him.
Maybe he did. Maybe.
Oh no!
All right, hold on. I'm figuring it out. I got this. This is taking way longer than it has any right to be. I'm more of a baseball reference guy. Even though it's pretty much the exact same.
God damn it.
Website. I'm trying to look up the roster, the 2022 Ravens roster, and it's not loading. Roster and players. No, you're not going to fucking load it? Piece of shit.
Okay, let's see who finds it first.
Let's see. Rushing and receiving. There we go. Oh, Kenyan Drake. There we go. We did it, everybody.
Hey, we figured it out.
Clap it out for us.
But anyways, you look at Kenyan Drake, who I think at one point was kind of like a Zeke, where he was actually like a star running back, got hurt, went back up, and then last year, I mean, just turns out that he was, your top 2 guys go down, he comes up and kills it. So, I mean, that's all Zeke needs is go somewhere where you're, RB2, maybe even 3, and pray for injuries.
All right, I'm going to make Kenyan Drake the name of the podcast so everyone sees it, and everyone has it in their mind as we just fumble around the internet trying to find his name for the next 20 minutes.
Or maybe baby penis, one of the two.
I don't know how much Spotify and YouTube is gonna like us titling our things "baby penis."
True.
Yeah, we're trying to grow the game, Dominic. Trying to grow the
EP
game.
Kenyan Drake. Nope. That's bad.
Any hoots, baseball still happening. Still, baseball right now, fantastic. Just great overall. AL East, and who gives a shit? It's all the same. Who cares about most of the American League? Let's go to the AL West, where the Oakland Athletics have won the last 3 fucking ball games. They have not lost a baseball game since Monday. I mean, new record. Turning a goddamn corner. They have got their run differential to under -200. We're back.
Wow.
We're back.
We're still
15 and 50. We're only 26 and a half back of the division. Don't look now. I'm trying to once again see. We're only 21 and a half back of the wild card. I mean, we're a second half team. We knew this. It took us a while. We're a young team to gel, and we're back. But anyway, shout out Lance Storm if I could be serious for a second. It is great that the A's are winning. That they're, as long as they can not be the worst baseball team in history, I think that is just a positive. If we can just
which for those who don't know, what was the worst team in history?
I don't know what the exact record is. I think it's like the 1930 Red Sox or someone from that ilk. So it's been a long ass time since we've had a team that bad, but pretty much we're looking to not lose 130 games. So as long as we don't lose 130 games, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but we're at 15 right now. We need 15, 16, like 17 more wins by the end of the season. So packing up 3 wins in a row right now. Once we get over that 40, 30 to 40 win mark, I mean, we're in the clear. So let's not, clear the hurdle late. Let's try to get it out of the way, possibly crazy here, maybe before the end of August.
So what's funny while I was laughing, so I just typed in on Google worst MLB record ever, and the first thing it says the Cleveland Spiders in 1899, which
but that doesn't count because we're going off of the 162 schedule.
And then so number 3 is the Oakland Athletics partial season 2023.
It's been a rough journey. But what does that website say their winning percentage is right now? What does it say? Click on that link and what does it fucking say?
Hang on.
No,
but then
fucking tell me what it is.
The first drop down is who has the worst record in MLB. It says the worst MLB record in a 162 game season. The 2003 Tigers recorded the fewest win among teams. They went 43 and 119 with a winning percentage of 265. So,
and currently we got a winning percentage of 231. So, and this is on a 3-game winning streak. Fantastic.
I just spilled water, and it was like right next to the computer.
And it's not the offense's fault. The offense has been doing like decent. They have 235 runs scored, which is like near the bottom, but it's better than the fucking Detroit Tigers, better than the Boston Red Sox. Oh no, that's 319, not 219. Well, anyways, anywhoots. What really matters is the stadium situation, which is still ongoing. Monday, so everyone strap in. It's been a long week, as I alluded to. It's been a long week, so everyone strap in because I know Dominic is just completely on top of the situation right now and all the goings on that's been going on with the Oakland Athletics. And
exactly, they voted to bring them to Las Vegas.
Yep, good job, Dominic. So
I learned. I listened.
Monday was June 5th. That was the regular session for the Nevada legislation. Sound like Josh in 3rd grade. Shout out Big Daddy. He doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can just say whatever the fuck I want, even though Tyler might rat me out. Don't fucking rat me out, Tyler. All right.
And Tyler is a rat bastard.
Oh, your tea kettle. But anyway, June 5th comes and goes. We strike midnight. Nothing happened. Didn't even vote on it.
Crazy.
W. Let's go. And then there's a regular session that only happens once every 2 years. And then there's the special session that the governor of Nevada can call. And currently the Nevada governor is a Republican while the state and assembly are Democrats, and they're kind of going at it because apparently Nevada has a big budget issue currently. So we're going to just skim through that because that's even more boring than the Oakland A's stadium situation. But this also plays a factor in the A's situation. So he calls a special session Monday for the budget that gets passed. Still needs to sign it, which once again, boring, but we're not going to get into it. Then he calls another special session for Tuesday. Or he calls a special session on Tuesday. We get to Wednesday when it happens. They say it's supposed to start at 10. Doesn't they basically show up, literally do a prayer, because I thought we were supposed to keep separation of church and state, but I digress. We do a prayer. We say the Pledge of Allegiance like we're in 5th grade.
America.
And then we adjourn to go to lunch. And then they don't come back until like 3 o'clock. So they say 10 o'clock, doesn't start until 3. Then we go for a couple hours. Then we take a lunch and they say 20, or they take a break 20 minutes. Hour and a half later, we come back and then we keep doing it. And I mean, if you want to go check it out, I highly suggest go to Brody Brazil's YouTube channel. He has like a super cut to like all the important things. But basically, the state Senate is not very happy with the A's and their proposal, because pretty much they had another thing on Memorial Day, a presentation. It's pretty much the exact same thing they did on Wednesday. So it's like you had a week and a half to prepare, and you literally just did the exact same thing. Fucking idiots. And then our boy Dave Cavill gets called out from Senator Donote. Shout out that guy. Also, shout out Senator Nguyen. She's a fucking queen. She is the GOAT. We love her. Shout out Senate baby. Senate Majority Leader Canonzaro, respectfully. Anyways, so then
all I hear right now is you going
respectfully, of course. Yeah. So we get to the opposition and in favor. We get like 50 minutes of people who are in favor of the bill. Pretty much every single one is union workers. Dominic, as a former union, anti-union guy, must have loved that. And then they go to the, anyways. So then they don't even go to a vote. Then we go to the special. They're supposed to have another special session on Thursday. They literally don't do shit. They were supposed to be amendments. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So then they adjourn again, and we're not going to get another special session until Monday. So basically, we don't know what the fuck is going on. There's two ways to look at this. Either the Nevada legislation is angry at the A's and they aren't going to sign this, or the A's and everyone are doing everything in their power to try to work this out to get it done. So I'm going to stay positive and say that it's looking good. I would say the longer this goes, the better it looks for the A's to stay in Oakland. Also, shout out Representative Barbara Lee, who signed a declaration that she's going to challenge if the A's do move to Vegas, she's going to challenge MLB on their antitrust laws. And that's way above my pay grade. I haven't looked into that, but that should be fun if that goes on. And also, the Oakland A's got some more grant money to do the railroads and have like barricades and stuff so people don't get fucking ran over by trains. So now Oakland has raised over $400 million in grants, not taxes, tax breaks, like what Nevada's doing, over $400 million in grants, which they will get regardless if the A's build a stadium or not, compared to what they were asked for, which is around $365 million. So Oakland has done their part, and the A's are butt fucking around. And we still don't know what the fuck's going on. So that's fun. And then Tuesday's the reverse boycott, which I will be at, Ty Gundy will be at, Big Daddy will be at, and
solidarity
allegedly, and Dominic and studio audience, and the mascot will be there in solidarity, in spirit. Allegedly, we went through the map last week. We said it's a good look, not exactly the biggest crowd in the world, and apparently reports pan that out, because right now it seems as though it's about 15,000 people.
That's for a Tuesday night game. That's pretty damn good
against the Tampa Bay Rays, best team in baseball. Which I will say, this is a really good time for the A's to be getting on a roll right now. You're going to play the Rays at home when there's going to be like 15 to 20,000 people there, and trying to make a point. If the A's actually pull it off and win the game, I mean, Coliseum might just come crumbling down.
But also the next day,
there'll be like 2,000. There'll be like 4,000 people in the stands.
Yeah. So,
still hopeful. I know I change back and forth in my percentages. Wednesday, it was probably like 98% they were leaving. Well, anyways, currently, I would say my percentage is at 85% they're leaving.
Okay.
So it's steadily going. It was down to like 80%, maybe 75%. They were staying, or that they were leaving on Monday.
Yeah.
Then it crept back up during Wednesday. And as I said, the longer this gets dragged out and the more we learn and leaks and everything of maybe they're not exactly happy for this, because it's not just A's fans hate this. A lot of Nevada residents hate this. And so if the representatives vote for this, they're going to have to answer to their constituents. And that'll be interesting to see exactly what they do. But I know everyone cares about that. So let's move on to the National League. And honestly, I just want to, this isn't exactly sucking Mr. X's dick because we love the Cincinnati Reds regardless, but the Cincinnati Reds are the center of the baseball universe right now because they are killing it. They might not exactly be on fire right now, but in the middle of the week, Ellie De La Cruz gets called up, hits an absolute fucking laser. The fastest hit of the day was his first MLB career hit. And then he hits an absolute fucking dong the next day, 458 feet. He, after just 2 days or whatever, he goes to the second favorite to win the NL Rookie of the Year. This guy's electric. It's easy to compare him to O'Neal Cruz because similar body type. He throws fucking lasers. He hits fucking lasers. And then they hit a walk-off that second game. I forget exactly what the guy's name is, but he was all over the place. I'm not going to cuck Mr. X here because I think maybe he has a question about it. I don't know if Dominic probably didn't even look at the inbox, see if Mr. X
I
even
did,
sent it.
and he was it's barren.
Damn, hate to see it, Mr. X. But anyways, I'm just going to keep stalling. Shout out the Reds. They are killing it. We are officially a Cincinnati Reds podcast. We've always been a Cincinnati Reds podcast, but they are just, it's going to be fun. Maybe not this year, next year, because they still got some more kids coming down the pipeline. And shout out Frank and the New York Mets. They've lost 7 games in a row. The Oakland A's have more wins in June than the New York Metropolitans, as the Mets currently are 4 games back of the wild card, and they are in second to last place in the division. Philadelphia Phillies have overtaken them in that time, as they've won 6 in a row. So shout out to those Phillies, and shout out to those Giants, Dominic's former team. They've won 3 in a row. They're 32-30. They are the first team out of the wild card. Dominic, what are your thoughts on the Cincinnati Reds? Because I know you've been paying attention. You absolutely love Ellie De La Cruz just as much as I do and Mr. X does.
I mean, to be honest, didn't know who the fuck he was, and then saw those highlights, and I was kind of like, damn, this guy's actually fucking phenomenal. Saw the home runs. Kind of got a little upset because, I remember when the
Dominic,
A's
don't go on a rant of like, oh, don't celebrate and just run the bases. Put your head down.
No. I remember when the A's used to have young talent and then, used to, show a lot of promise like that and then just traded away and everything. So, or they want this shit, one of the two.
But apparently if they move to Vegas, then they're just going to spend all the money in the world and, keep all the players and sign big contracts.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't shown a record of ever doing that, especially to this ownership. But I digress.
But I think there's this one guy that was I was watching. I can't remember his name, Joe Bauer or something like that. He was hitting some home runs.
Trevor Bauer?
I think that's who it was, but he was hitting some fucking bombs in BP, this week. They need to sign that guy.
Me and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you really think I'm that fucking stupid? And if you say yes, I'll get off this podcast right now.
Well, Dominic, okay. I don't know.
Hang on.
I don't know. Maybe
let me hover the lead
Dominic, maybe you're after the last couple of weeks, you were just so tuned in to the Spokane Indians that maybe there was a guy in low A that got called up to high A with the Indians and he was fucking hitting dingers. Because, Dominic's a season ticket holder for Spokane Indians games now.
Brandon, am I fucking that stupid? I don't know it was Joe Burrow. Say it yes or no.
No.
Okay.
Well, once again, just like the other podcast, I was kind of half paying attention to you, so I didn't know if you're exactly talking about the Reds still.
I literally said Joe Bauer, and you think I didn't know it was Joe Burrow. You know what, Brandon? You're an asshole sometimes. It's something, but that takes the cake.
That's I don't know.
I mean, that's not the worst thing you've done.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm pretty sure that's the worst thing I've ever said. But anyways, moving on to the NBA. The Denver Nuggets take a 3-1 lead over the Miami Heat. Miami, let's be honest, maybe it's lucky just to win one game. It's not a sweep,
I said it was going to be a sweep, and you said, well, not even a gentleman's sweep. Well, you jinxed yourself, bud.
Well, I also said that everyone is going to protect home court, and currently that didn't happen after 2 games.
Yeah.
So there's this fucking moth or whatever facing him.
Moth into the
Karate chop it.
flame.
You're gonna get us demonetized, Dominic, even though we don't monetize the videos.
You should start monetizing.
I should monetize the videos. I don't even know what the last. I know the first live stream we did okay numbies, not as big of as you can't see me because now I got the dark screen on the YouTube. Ooh, spooky. It would help if I went to my actual channel and I didn't just click on.
This is the perfect thing. This is the perfect like segue into monetizing because Brandon has not had light in his room in months.
Years.
Yeah.
It's been since January 2021. 1.
So we need people to click on the
2022
videos
because it was the same day as the Raiders Bengals game. I remember this very vividly because I'm gonna fix my light in my room. I'm gonna do that in the morning so that I can watch the Raider game, and that did not happen. I almost missed the Raider game because I was taking so fucking long, and then I was sweating my balls off, so I had to go take a shower, and then I had to come back to watch the Raider game, and the Raiders fucking choked it when they should have won, and the referees got screwed, and it, Mr. X, we should have fucking won that game.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
but this is why we need to start monetizing. People got to click the little follow button, the like button, share button, and get Brandon some light in his room.
Get all the light.
Yes.
Bring me to light. So, anyways,
yes,
the Great Spokane Bacon Fire got 15 views. That was not a live video.
Thank God.
The last live video we did, episode 287, HPV or HBP, that did 14 views. So let's jack the numbies up. Let's get it to 20.
Let's get to 2 million.
Let's match our WWE entrance tier list. 220 views.
Which, I think I've listened. I either listened to a podcast or saw a video, whatever, where it's like, if you can put out a video once a week and it gets at least 1 million views, you can make like 60 grand a year or something like that. So,
well, we're nowhere near that number, Dominic. So,
thought we were.
Can I see my total views? Let's see. In total, Curveballs and Sure Shots has 65,713 views.
Nice.
So, can we at least just get 4,000 more? If we just go to 4,000 more, I'll stop posting any more videos, so we can just have a career number of 69,000.
I'll take it. Retire. We'll retire at 69,000 views.
Yep. So everyone get those numbers up, and we will stop doing the podcast once we get to 69,000 views.
Anyways,
what was that little hand signal for, Dominic?
I didn't know the studio audience was gonna walk into frame, so I was gonna hey, stay there. We're live on YouTube, if you didn't know. Because we're trying to get monies. Brandon has no light for the past 20 years.
Look at that. You can't even see me. Look at that. Can't see anything.
Can't see. You can see his glass. you barely make out his glasses, but just trying to. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, there's my kitchen, everybody.
Beautiful kitchen.
There's my kitchen.
I grabbed numerous numbers of beers from that kitchen.
There's the fish tank.
I also had to how many dead fish in the last 2 weeks, Dominic?
Just one.
Just one in the last 2 weeks, but 3 in the past month.
Yes.
And 2 of those were under your watch in the weekend.
It's not my fault.
Just
nature, man. Nature versus nurture.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
I'm back. Dominic, does this go to 6 games, or do the Nuggets clean this up? When's the game? Is it Sunday or is it Monday?
I think it's.
I got
Sunday.
SVP on, but it ain't fucking
telling
us
Sunday.
when the next game is.
I think it's Sunday.
Is it Sunday, Dominic?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong because it's fucking Monday.
Oh damn!
I know. 5:30 start time. Denver Nuggets currently a 9-point favorite. What were they? Oh, they beat them by 13. They kind of ran away with it at the end.
I mean, when I checked, they were only down by like 4, I think, at halftime. I was like,
well,
let's keep it
I didn't
close.
watch the very, very beginning of game 4, but they were the Heat were always like no closer than like 5 points the entire game.
Hate to see it.
They cut it down like 5 or 6. Couldn't make that, stop or make that key shot to kind of get it to a single possession, and then the Nuggets go on their little runs.
Yeah.
Currently, Nuggets 9-1 at home in the postseason, but that one was the Heat in game 2.
No, it's
But-
kind of like Brock Lesnar.
As I said, as much as I want the Heat to win, Nuggets are a fucking wagon. I would love for the Heat to possibly get to Game 7. When would Game 7 happen? Because it's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. You're telling me the Heat are gonna win?
That'd be June 18th.
The Heat are gonna win 2 more games?
Well, last time, or at least I think last time there was a Game 7 on Father's Day, it didn't pan out well for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss.
Do you even know what I'm alluding to?
The baseball game.
No, that would be the Warriors and Cavaliers game
Oh,
when they blew a 3-1 game. Because I remember that very vividly because it was Father's Day, so I had to go with my father, hang out with him, and we went. I forget. I think they were in Lathrop at this point, maybe. But we drove all the way to Sacramento to go see no one related to me or the stepmother. It was the stepbrother's paternal grandparents. So
hey, nobody gives a shit. Let's move on.
I know no one does give a shit, but I'm trying to move. I don't know. Dominic, we're done with the sports. Let's get into
Yay.
everyone's favorite fan mail segment, otherwise known as possibly not Mr. X's, but we'll see what happens in the next 20 to 30 minutes. Dominic, cue the intro.
Mr. X's.
And friends. And J Rose. Sorry.
You want to try that again?
Yes,
okay.
run it back.
Mr.
And
X's
J Rose.
questions
No friends.
of the week.
Bum. So let's go over to J Ro. So Cheese. Your Spanish during the 24th minute. Ooh, very specific. Of last week's episode was impeccable. Perfect. Do you remember what I said? I kind of forgot what I said.
Something about how you like to suck penis or something. I don't know.
Probably. Sounds about right. And way to roll your R's. Well, Johnny, I appreciate, Johnny, I very much appreciate the praise.
I feel like I need to speak Spanish now.
I cannot roll my R's. Trust me. Can I get Dominic? Can I get a churro? Yeah, I can't do it. I can't roll my R's.
A churro.
And I do like to, if I'm speaking the Spanish, I do like to, maybe put a little accent on it. I don't want to sound super duper white, so I try to sound a little bit more native. But I definitely, Johnny, I appreciate it, but I cannot roll my R's to save my life.
When you were here, and did you hear the people order their tacos or whatever at the taco truck I went to?
The white couple,
yeah,
after us.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking respectfully
because I say, can I get a carne asada? I put a little accent on it and everything like that, and they're like, okay, yeah, cool.
Can
whatever.
I get a carne asada burrito?
And then the people were like, can I get the steak? Which is fine,
Oh, it hurts my heart.
It's fine. It's fine.
Nope,
I mean,
nope.
Well, okay. It's
you don't need to say carne asada, but at least say asada.
Asada. That's what I gotta say. But
fucking gringos.
But then when I hear ground beef is when I go, y'all should not be running a fucking taco truck.
And
you can run a taco truck, but you can't call it a taco.
Why do you think I was scared to order Mexican food in Idaho?
But the burrito was fucking amazing.
I stuck to the roots. I just went with the barbecue. I was like, you know what? It might be Michelin 5-star, even though that's not a thing. It's 3 stars. I'll pass.
Damn, 5. You got 5-star? Fuck, where was I?
No, Michelin only gives that 3 stars, I believe.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Once again, Brandon, just whatever. Keep going.
No big deal. But I have a family member restaurant in Portugal in Madeira.
Oh, really?
That has a Michelin star.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
NBD.
Anyways, a lot of women find that attractive when you can roll your R's the way you did. Well, Johnny, once again. Oh, sorry. Also, okay emoji. But
isn't that like white power or something like that?
Well, it used to be. I don't. Everything is like white power these days.
Okay, fine. Take it off. Jesus Christ. She's making fun of me because I have this on because I'm too lazy. This is what I used to play video games with. She's like, "What do you have
play
video
games with?"
True, we don't play anymore.
I kind of shout out new Fortnite season. Shout out.
Yeah.
And we're all boycotting Call of Duty because they took out Nick Merck's skin from store. But anyways, shout out Johnny. Thank you for the praise. Cannot roll my R's. Say another word.
Say with an R. Give me a Spanish word that has. Give me a Spanish word that has. You have to like roll your R with it.
La ranchera.
There.
La Ranchera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was definitely nowhere close. Anyways, with that
El
being
Rancho
said,
Steakhouse.
with that being said, we got the Johnny Roca threesome. And this one actually does involve the studio audience, so
Oh, this
glad that she is here.
got a question about
one
for
is,
you.
well, she can add to the question.
Oh, she can add to it. Okay.
What is your favorite Spanish cuss word? And if the studio audience is around, I'd love to know what hers is as well.
Oh, so are you listening? Oh, okay. She's listening. She's not viewing it because she's boycotting us.
She's boycotting us because
she's still
we
listening.
don't have a pride
yes
thing on our Twitter account. That's why she's boycotting. Or she's boycotting us because we have a pride thing on our Instagram account.
So tell me, what is your favorite Spanish cuss word? Puto? It is puto.
Okay.
And for me, I mean, is pendeja technically a cuss word? It's more just like stupid ass, right? Like I'm looking at you. It's pendeja is kind of just, or pendejo is more pendejo is just more like you're stupid, like stupid ass, like that, right? Depends on how it's your interpretation of it, right? So yeah, pendejo would be probably mine. Because
I don't really use like Spanish cuss words. And I had to look this up because I am not very fluent in the Spanish of the cussing, because they don't exactly teach you that stuff in high school and college Spanish. But sometimes when I drop something, or I like not stub my toe, but if I instead of saying like, God damn it, I'll say like pinche way or whatever the fuck they say.
Pinche way. That's not really cussing. That's just more like
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really cuss in Spanish. I like to cuss in English.
Or Portuguese.
I don't really know. Honestly, I know more Spanish than I do Portuguese at this point. Or people.
Anyways, next question.
The Alzheimer's, didn't help.
So just let's go around this one more time. Studio audience is pendejo. Mine. No, wait. Yeah, pendejo. Wait, what?
Dominic, what does she call you the most?
Sexy, beautiful, lover.
Well, it has to be a cuss word. It has to be like real dirty.
No, wait. Mine was pendejo, right?
Yes, hers was puto.
Oh, puto. Yeah, puto. Yeah.
Also
and yours is pinche way. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know.
Whatever.
Any we're not gonna get into it. We're just gonna breeze. We're a very clean podcast. We don't cuss. We don't cuss.
Even though we're cussing in Spanish.
We don't cuss in Spanish. We draw the line there. We like to only cuss in one language.
America.
Of the 6 MLB teams currently in first place in their respective divisions, which of them is most liable to fall out of first place and could likely miss the playoffs come end of season? Well, Johnny,
I mean, that's an easy question.
Thank God I still got the standings up.
Has to be the Diamondbacks. Has to be.
Does it have to be the Diamondbacks?
Yes.
They're 2.5 games out, or 2.5 games in front of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Dodgers seeing a lot of starting rotation depth going down. I think Urias is hurt. Thor is down, even though Thor sucks fucking cock. Also,
respectfully.
Okay. Texas Rangers, they are in first place. I didn't pick them, even though you two, I think, picked them. I forget exactly where you place them. I think both of you guys like them in the playoffs. I was needed to believe it when I see it, and I'm kind of seeing it, so I am believing it. But T's and P's to Jacob deGrom. We were hesitant of that big contract because of something like this, and unfortunately, he goes down, gets clipped with TJ. You just fucking hate to see it because he's definitely gone for 24. Maybe he can make it to start of 2025, but I don't really know. And he's like in his mid-30s at this point, so who knows? And also T's and P's to Steven Strasburg with the Washington Nationals. Who knows if he's ever? It seems like he might not ever pitch again, which is like scary. He hasn't really done much since he won the World Series MVP in 2019. And I mean, he was a phenom. Everyone thinks of Bryce Harper, but Steven Strasburg was first. And he had some injury issues throughout his career. But when he was on, he was real on. And, he kind of literally gave his body to win that World Series in 2019. And, glad that he did that. And he also got a bag after the fact. Even though he didn't earn the bag playing afterwards, he definitely earned it beforehand.
I'm watching our live stream via the studio audience. So I'm just,
And we're like on a 30
hang on. What's this bitch saying? Hang on. We got a bitch in the chat talking shit. Let me see the phone.
We got someone in the group. We got someone in the chat finally. Oh, but you can't see me. You can't see me.
These guys are awesome. I listen to podcasts every week. Oh, okay. I thought some bitch was talking shit for a second. I was gonna have to fucking crack some skulls. Like that one guy that said,
Ty Gundy, these guys are awesome. I listen to this pod every week. They are awesome. Are we awesome? He didn't put an exclamation point on that second one.
Those are just kind of just there. Where's the grammar police when you need them?
Anyways, so Johnny asked, who's the first place team who's going to falter off?
Diamondbacks.
I'm just going to say this to be a hater because I don't want to live up to my promise. I'll say the Pittsburgh Pirates.
You're such a dick.
Because, so they were in second place because the fucking A's taking 2 out of 3. Bitches. And then what happens? Then the A's move over to Milwaukee, the other team they're fighting with, and we take game 1. So thanks to the A's, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Milwaukee Brewers are tied. But if I have to give a real answer, I would probably say the Twins, to be honest. The AL Central is like the weakest division by far. And I still have faith in the Guardians that could kind of get it around as long as their pitching stays tight and the offense gets a little bit better. I think they can do it. And I just don't have faith the Twins can kind of keep it up for 162. And currently the Guardians are 3 games under and they're only a game and a half back because literally nobody in this division is over 500 while, the AL East. Well, Red Sox are exactly 500, but the meme. The AL Central and the AL East are completely in order if you look from the top down. National side, kind of sad that Dominic says Diamondbacks. I kind of said Pittsburgh. Cardinals, God bless them. But I'm kind of, I'll take the L on that one. Continuing on, question number 3. Thinking back to your childhood or teenage years, what was your favorite or most memorable slow song / love song back then? Ooh.
What?
What was your favorite or most memorable slow song / love song back then?
What year?
I don't know. It says childhood or teenage years.
Childhood. Ugh.
Yeah. Talk about all the. Never mind. I'm not going to go down that route.
Well, I was nothing. Never mind.
What is the studio audience and yours a song, Dominic? The people need to know. Damn.
Our studio audience does not need to know. I'm sorry. The world does not need to know.
The real audience does need to know.
Our song. Oh,
we don't want to say it because then it's going to start playing out of nowhere like it did in high school, and I fucking hated that.
And we got a license.
Well, now I need to know what it is. What is it?
It's We Found Love in a Hopeless Place by
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's actually, is that Rihanna and Calvin Harris, I think? Or is it just Rihanna? I don't know. But that's our song, and it's not like we wanted that to be our song. It was just because that was like the song that just kept every time we'd get in a car together. The little known fact, studio audience drove me basically like
Drove your ass.
Drove me everywhere in high school, from basically what more like senior year, right? Not really junior year, because you didn't drive junior year because your brother was so I used to walk you to your. I kind of heard it. I don't hear it now, but I heard it and then now I don't hear it.
No.
Yeah,
I hate to see it.
But so it was more like senior year, but every time we got into the car and everything, shoot, it would always be on, and we'd just be like, oh my God, it's on again. Oh my God. And then, and then little known fact, the second that she registered her car in Washington, got in the car, started driving away. She had her license plates in her hand and everything. What's the song that come on the radio? We Found Love in the Hopeless Place. So, it's haunting us everywhere we go.
Shout out Riri.
But as a kid, my slow song, oh God. I can't really think of a song that like was slow. Jesus Christ, that dog. I can't really, I can't really think of something that like jumps out at me. So I think I'll go with like maybe just like, Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, just because I can't think of anything right now. So yes, okay. Can you stop dancing?
What? I'm just doing a rave. If I talk while the song is going on, can you hear the song in the background?
No.
You can't?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Oreo, be nice to your toy, please.
It's like a frequency thing. I don't fucking know. I don't know Spanish.
Oreo,
Baxter,
be nice.
you know I know Baxter, you know I don't know Spanish. Oh, look at that. We got people in the chat. We support Brandon with a 2 pride flag and a trans flag. And then these guys are awesome. I listen to this podcast every week from Job of the Gut 1. I wonder who Job of the Gut 1 is. That's crazy. Maybe if you go like on Instagram and type of Job of the Gut, maybe you can find them. So we have to find my slow song. I mean, I love slow songs. Just
What's yours? And
such an affection. Me and who? I had so many.
maybe she's a fan. Maybe she's a fan, and I don't want her to, haunt you.
Ooh.
You guys went to a dance together in 8th grade, right?
Who?
Angela.
No, shout out to Angela. Oh.
You still keep in touch with her?
Nope.
No.
I do remember I saw, because this is the type of person I am. I think I saw her one time at the grocery store at Lucky's. Shout out Lucky's. Turned right back around, did my eye contact.
The fuck out of that.
And I was like, okay, I'm gone. See you later. T's and P's. Bye-bye. Let's see. I don't know if I have any. No answer. Let's see. Hold on. What's the
should I do what Brandon was doing and just start?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights, baby. No, okay. I think it's another Rihanna song.
Whatever the slow song. Oh, I got an answer for you. It's gonna be whatever the slow song that Tyler and Haley decide to play at their wedding, and I ask Sarah for a hand, and we start dancing on the dance floor. That's whatever song it's gonna be.
So now I need Tyler.
The my favorite slow song is always the next one.
So Tyler, since you
hopefully Tyler's in the chat. I don't think Tyler's in the chat.
Tyler, if you're in the chat, or when you listen to this, or if you watch this video, hopefully you watch it and listen to this. You need to tell Sarah the first slow dance is reserved for Brandon.
And I'm on the YouTube right now, and I'm completely frozen. So that's great. Yeah, well,
that shitty AT&T fiber.
That shitty AT&T fiber.
Yes.
I like that.
But make it happen, Tyler. I want to see Brandon have to awkwardly dance with your soon-to-be real sister-in-law.
I'll have enough liquid courage in me that's not going to be awkward on my end.
And then you guys fall in love. And then you guys get married, and then
one big happy family.
And yeah.
I asked Tyler if she was down to come to the reverse boycott on Tuesday multiple times, and then he just laughed at me like I was doing a bit or something.
You should just get her number.
Like
just ask for her number,
bro.
He
thinks this is a bit. It's not
Sarah,
a bit.
If you're watching this or listening to this, text Brandon right now.
Text me right now.
Get your number from
your chocolate milk was fantastic. I would like some more chocolate milk, please.
That's the only reason you're falling in love, just for the chocolate milk.
Shout out to the Ghost Nutter Butter protein powder. Ordered some of that because I had the Chips Ahoy protein powder. I probably would say Chips Ahoy is still better, but adding a peanut butter type flavor. Haven't had a peanut butter type protein shake before, or at least protein powder shake.
And she can supply you the milk.
Exactly.
There we go. It's
the protein milk. Protein milk on top of protein powder. There's so much fucking protein.
They're connecting. They're not fucking. They're connecting. Okay.
Yeah, I like to connect on an emotional level. On a physiological. I don't know. That's too big words. That's a big word for Morelmo.
Tyler, make it happen. Well, I'll be there, so I'll make it happen. I'll just push you into her, and then you can go. Oh,
by the way, everybody who is listening to this right now, you guys are all formally invited to Tyler.
No, hey, don't. Because if somebody does show up, I mean, Mr. X, you can be Brandon's +1.
Yeah, Mr. X, you are invited to Tyler and Haley's engagement party. Just slide in the DMs. We'll figure it out.
But is that it for Mr. Johnny?
That is it for Mr. Johnny Roca's questions of the week. If you like to be like Johnny, you send in a question via the DM Curveballs and CS on Instagram or Twitter. Maybe Dominic will get around to it if he ever.
Yeah.
Maybe. As we know, Dominic doesn't go on the Twitter all that much. But
Yeah.
Curveballs and CS on Twitter and or Instagram. All the pertinent links are in the description down below. So we will call to action one more time. Is Mr. X in the house?
He's been here since 8:39.
Oh, so there you go. Basically, right after you checked.
Exactly.
It's almost like he has like an alarm go off in his head.
Or
Like,
maybe,
oh, shit.
or maybe it's the I sent the tweet out about us going live and everything, and yeah,
That's definitely why.
exactly. Sorry. You could just send it. You don't have to okay it with me. You could just send whatever you want. Yes. Anyways, Brandon, Mr. X, he likes to start off by saying, "Howdy."
Howdy.
Is it too early to say that Elia de la Cruz will be a game changer when he's only played several games?
Absolutely not. Ellie De La Cruz is the truth, and it's Ellie, not Elia, or whatever the hell you said. Shout out Ellie De La Cruz.
Isn't it Ellie?
ELLE.
ELLY.
I don't know how you spell it. Ellie, not Elia. You said like Elia.
I said Ellie.
You said Elia.
Oh, my bad.
You said Elia De La Cruz.
It's because of the I lumped it all kind of like L. Yeah.
Anyways, he's the truth. Hand up, should have done a little more research, and I probably would have picked him for the NL Rookie of the Year, because right now my boy Miguel Vargas.
I am saying it is too early, because how many times
I'm checking on my boy Miguel Vargas. I do not.
How many times have we said that this guy's going to be the next big thing? And
I mean, the last guy I was sucking dick for was O'Neal Cruz and Julio Rodriguez, and both those guys have panned out.
Yeah, but you picked the right cock. A lot of these other people don't pick the right cock.
Dick. That worked out. So I was sucking down Walker Buehler, but he's gone. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Not dead.
Dead?
Not dead, but I think didn't he get clipped for TJ? I think so. Walker Buehler.
Trevor Bauer, make a comeback.
Trevor Bauer, after sucking in his second or third outing in Japan, he's can't see me again.
John Cena?
He's not doing too shabby his last couple.
Okay.
Shout out Rachel Lupa plugging All-Star voting. Yeah, shout out Rachel Lupa, the greatest baseball agent in baseball, respectfully, of course. Can't see me again.
Yeah, they can just see my face now.
Why? Well, we want to see your fucking titties, Dominic.
You're gonna see my titties.
Why not?
It ain't this type of podcast.
It could be. Could be.
Should be. Anyways, does it seem like the Ravens are now willing to give Lamar Jackson whatever he wants to keep him in Baltimore? Good question.
Well,
are they willing to give him anything, everything?
I don't know about everything, but you paid him. You paid him a lot of money. You probably should keep him happy. Now, if he wants to, go out and sign DeAndre Hopkins and go sign Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott for me, you can be like, look, Lamar, we
don't have the money. We paid you it all.
We paid you all the monies. So how are we supposed to pay these guys the monies?
And plus, you have Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins. Not the greatest running backs, but I say you cut Dobbins, bring in Cook, and Nuke, and the Ravens would be a force to be reckoned with.
DeAndre Hopkins and Odell Beckham. This was 2013.
Your dick would be hard.
Who says it's not hard right now? You can't see what's going on down there.
Come on, be like Jersey Jerry, whatever his name is. Show me what you're working with.
Well, I also learned on Jersey Jerry, shout out to the Yak, that he was on some performance enhancing drugs during that video.
Oh,
he popped a little Viagra ski for the.
So what you're saying is it's all fake.
It was a fake. It's a fake hard on. Wasn't
Big
a real
fat
hard on.
bony.
But that was his real dick.
Oh, okay. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll give him whatever he wants, but I think they'll make a, you know,
PG-13 type of deal. All right. This is a PG.
How come I can hear
I don't
that?
know. It has to
Okay,
be.
no,
Like,
okay, wait. Play a song. Any song. Just
it
play
has
a
to
song.
be like a frequency thing because
Just play a song though. Just play a song. Just see what.
Okay,
See
hold on.
and
I'm
put
gonna play it on
and put the
YouTube. I'm
phone.
gonna play it on YouTube, not on the whatchamacallit, on my app.
Okay, but also put the phone back where you had it. So we might have just broken the code on how to do this shit. Tell me when it's playing.
It's like
And what-
screaming.
I can hear it. Wait. Hang on.
You can hear it now?
Are you playing?
Yeah.
Turn it up.
I'm turning it down.
Oh, then no. I heard it for a second, and then I was like, "It's perfect," and then it went away.
What about now?
No.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a screen recording. And then we're gonna play the screen recording
Gotcha.
on my
yes,
photos, and then
Yes.
watch that. You're gonna hear that, and we're gonna my mind is gonna get blown right now. So you literally can't hear this at all,
No. Can't hear
even
you.
though I'm talking and it's in the background.
I mean, like maybe very faintly, but like I mean, I can't pick it up. I'm also deaf though, so
All right.
yeah. What
By the
this
way,
will make
great. By the way, great music video for "We Found Love," and it's
Is this-
featuring Calvin Harris. Dominic.
Oh, okay, perfect. And this will make sense. The dancing will make sense once he screen
All right,
records.
here we go.
and
So
then-
now we're playing the screen recording.
okay.
Now we're playing the screen recording.
Okay. No,
You can't hear it?
no, no.
Ooh, we got a bonus question. So now it is friends. Ooh. That's a valid question. We'll finish it up for Mr. X's first.
You gotta have to do research on that because I don't know who the fuck that is, but okay.
Hold on. I'll play you a video and you can get it real
Okay,
quick.
okay.
Okay, ready? Can you hear this?
That Taylor Swift.
Yes.
It's recent news that Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy broke up. There's rumors circulating that Taylor Swift rizzed up Baby Gronk. Is Baby Gronk the Grizzly Bear? Next episode, you might find out. With
Is
recent
Baby Gronk the Grizzly Bear? People are asking Dominic, just like
Is-
Tyler Gunderson is asking. What
When
are Dominic's thoughts on Livy getting rizzed up by Baby Gronk? Which, Baby Gronk is the Grizzly Bear. He went to LSU, went to get a trip because his dad is living through his fucking 10-year-old son, and who knows how long this splash in the pan is gonna phase out for. And he went to LSU, rizzed up Livy. Dominic doesn't even know who the fuck Livy Dunn is. Do you know who Livy Dunn is, Dominic?
Nope.
Yes, you do. That's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. Shout out the Beastie Boys. Let's see. Livy.
While you do that, we'll go into the Stanley Cup Finals. Florida
Where's studio audience at?
behind me.
Yeah.
That's Livy.
Good for Baby Gronk. Okay, can you?
Could you hear that?
Yes.
You can hear all of that.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see what you're following. In the
I'm
Stanley
not
Cup
following
Finals,
anything. She's
Florida
like the
was
most.
able to.
She's one of the most followed
Mr.
people.
X's question. Shut the
She's
fuck up.
one of the most followed people on Twitter. Well, not Twitter. She has 7.5 million followers.
And she's gonna get like 3 more because of that.
No.
Anyways, in the Stanley Cup Finals, Florida was able to hold off Vegas in overtime of Game 3 to make it a 2-1 series lead instead of facing a 3-0 deficit.
Can't say anything. Shout out the Miami Heat's number one fan.
Jesus.
Shout out Miami Heat's
I think
number
Game
one
4
fan,
will
baby.
be really telling here. If Florida has shown resilience throughout these entire playoffs, we'll have to wait and see if the trend continues. Well, Mr. X, I want Vegas to win because the Vegas Golden Knights deserve a win, a Stanley Cup victory. And because if Florida loses and then the Miami Heat loses, it's just going to be amazing for the state of Florida just to be a sad bunch of bitches. So Anything to add, Brandon, before I go into wrestling?
I was kind of shocked that the Panthers were actually able to come back. I thought those first two games were not very close. Also, the Panthers were being a little dirty, if you want to call them that. Going down the wrong side. And also game 3, they had a lot of penalties. Too many penalties. I forget what the exact number is, whether it was like 6 or 7, but they're lucky they only gave up 2 goals instead of 4 or 5 like they were doing in games 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So good for the Panthers, especially with the NBA Finals not doing so great. Well, for Miami, that maybe the Panthers can kind of crawl back, make it a series, win game 3 or game 4 tomorrow. I think either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know. Probably tomorrow. Yes, because then game 5 would be on Tuesday. That's the same day as the reverse boycott, because that's how my brain works. But not gonna say it's over. It's definitely a closer series than the basketball game is, I would say. Even though the 2 wins by Vegas have been kind of bigger blowouts than the wins by the Nuggets.
All
It's
right,
just more. It's more of a crapshoot in hockey.
On to some wrestling.
Okay.
With the upcoming unification of the WWE and NXT women's tag titles, does that mean the winners will hold all 4 belts like KO and Sammy? I think, my own opinion here, they're just gonna go back to, they're gonna, take all the titles into one. It'd be nice. Just, I understand it's kind of cool holding 2 titles and all that kind of jazz, but take it back, 1 title.
But those are 2 separate brands or shows, or what's the difference? It's like holding a major league and a AAA type belt instead of
Well, maybe
the American League and National League.
Maybe they just don't see the women's tag division as a sustainable division, and they're just
and I agree with that. I think especially the NXT division, it's
yes,
they shouldn't have done it to begin with.
Yes.
And then so I'm perfectly fine with them eliminating those titles. And
but that does mean though we're gonna have to see the tag titles defended on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, which I'm also okay with. But that also
I wouldn't be shocked if they just Ronda and Shayna swallow it up, and maybe they pay a little bit of lip service to it early, and then after a couple months they just forget about that and they just stay on the main roster.
That probably will happen. So at the end of the day, how long does Roman keep the title for?
That is the big question.
3,000 days.
Big angle last week. I haven't seen anything spoilers wise on what happened today on SmackDown. But it looks as though we're heading towards Jimmy and Roman, possibly at Money in the Bank. Maybe we get Usos versus Roman and Solo at SummerSlam, which kind of puts top tier challengers for Roman's title on the back burner, which is fine because the bloodline has been such a great story.
Yeah.
So then that kind of pans it out of, okay, when does Jay turn, and does Jay face him for the title? Does they do a story?
I have a good question, and I don't know if I should ask it or should I just send it in for next week. I'm gonna say it now so I don't forget it. At any point, if you were booking this, would you bring Rikishi into this at all?
Rikishi's been tweeting. He's hinting at it. And
it would be you bring Rikishi in, legend, Hall of Famer, former champion. You can, it's literally the father of the fucking Usos and Solo. And it's you bring him in, try to, you can kind of have him float around there for a few weeks, maybe challenge Roman. I don't know. And then that could always lead up to a thing, maybe for The Rock. You never know.
I feel like we've all been waiting for a big bloodline, actual family reunion type thing where you can bring in Offin Sika, bring in Rikishi, bring in The Rock, bring in Jacob Fatu if you want, bring in pretty much everyone you can get your hands on to come over and have some sort of mega segment. And that hasn't exactly happened yet. Maybe they're saving it for it. Maybe they just can't get it done logistically.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
and it's also money too.
and Rikishi has been tweeting whether that's just him trying to get himself over or it's
He's already talking about.
exactly. I mean, Studion's just absolute highlighter of the Vegas trip was seeing
Fucking almost tackled him.
Yeah, that he gave you a shirt that was like 2 sizes too small. Just like that, was it Dustin Lynch jacket?
Wasn't mine though.
Yeah, well, shout out Tyler. Still never got a photo of it.
Yeah, so now I got a photo of him wearing it.
That's a damn shame.
Anyways, last but not least,
We never
Does
really
make-
answered the question. When's he?
I said 3,000 days.
I
He
think
just passed 1,000, so that would be another.
I think
what?
I think he drops it next year at
4
WrestleMania.
years.
Whether it's Cody or Jimmy or Jay, it's either Jay or Cody at WrestleMania next year.
Yeah,
And I'm more leaning towards Jay almost at this point.
really, it's gonna be
Yes.
Cody. They're not gonna fucking give it to Jay. They're not gonna be like Impact where they make Chris Sabin X Division champion for the millionth time and Alex Shelley the world champion. What the fuck? Makes no sense.
No sense. And there's your Impact talk for the next 5 years.
Huh? We can't see you. My fat ass blocks. My fat ass blocks him. Look at my phone. Hang on. I'll do it in a second. Last question for Mr. X. Show some respect. Does making the Money in the Bank winner be able to challenge for any title now diminishes the point of the stipulation? So many great moments where briefcase holders cashing in to win the world title, someone cashing in to win the US title doesn't make. Well, I ad-lib this part, make any sense, but he says have the same excitement to him. Thanks, Mr. X.
I think it does. I mean, it's with any kind of gimmick where you just kind of see it over and over and over again. And Money in the Bank isn't as watered down as like an Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell, or some of those other gimmick pay-per-views they've done. It's still hosts some cachet. I do agree that it's kind of diminished in value because we've been doing it every year for the past.
Shout out Barlito. Thank you for sorry.
Shout out who?
So Barlito, you're not being a very good live streamer. Barlito has commented Java. Well, you already said Java, Ty Gundy, but you
I'm
gotta-
very scared if I put up the YouTube stream, it's gonna like crash my internet.
You have like a gig of internet.
I know,
Tell-
but then I don't want, because I pulled it up that one time where it froze and I was like, fuck, is that my internet? Is that the actual stream? Like what's going on here? So I just got scared.
I'm over here on some shitty ass Comcast internet. And you're telling me I got a better thing over there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what my mom's doing. Maybe she's watching something. Oh, shout out Burlito. Yo, hello. These guys are awesome. I listen to their podcast when I can. I'm just gonna breeze past that, Dominic. I'll be a good person.
Yeah, you're grammar police for that, but not for the earlier comments. Thanks.
Exactly. What
Anyways,
we're talking about?
The cashing in on
Oh, yeah.
anything you want now.
Yeah, it definitely does diminish it, and they've kind of been more open about it. With Gunther and Matt Riddle. Now with the Seth Rollins thing, it kind of opens the door to possibly doing something there. I mean, when Rhea did it with the NXT, or what Charlotte did with the NXT title, it made a little bit more sense because it was like the only thing she hasn't done, and it wasn't a quote unquote secondary title. So that one was okay. But yeah, cash in on the US or IC.
What do you mean it
title.
was the only thing she hasn't done? She was
Well,
NXT champion.
Well, that was whatever her explanation exactly was for it.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
forget.
But I mean, it's different. I can kind of see where they're coming from. It's different that I think it opens the door to now we can think, when you have a Ricochet, Matt Riddle, whatever other people in there, you can have a mid-carder like Ricochet possibly win now because, maybe we don't see him as a world heavyweight champion, but maybe you see him as a good intercontinental US. And when he wins Money in the Bank, now it makes sense that he's gonna,
As you know, I don't like the World Heavyweight Championship as an idea, but with that being out there, it lends the opportunity to people to cash in either successfully or not successfully. But Roman's not going to just have a random cash in on a SmackDown or something. So you can
Yeah.
do that with Seth if he does kind of keep this pace up and defends it almost every other week. And, similar to like what Orange Cassidy's doing. Seth is out there. He's kind of beaten down in like 4 months, and then cue Ricochet's theme or whoever's theme, and they
whoever
cash
wins. Yeah.
and bam.
Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for Mr. X's questions. We'll be like Mr. X, curveballandcs@gmail.com, Twitter, curveballs&cs at Twitter. Well, on Twitter, at whatever. You fucking know. I'm
The
gonna
bird
fucking
app
tell you.
thing.
Yeah, the thing where Elon is just fucking it all up still. And of course, YouTube. If you're watching us, thank you. If you're not, thank you.
Thank you to the
Oh.
4 people watching this now, which I think also includes me because I'm watching
Well, I'm watching it too because I'm trying to,
All right, so shout out to the 2 people and probably the studio audience also watching it. So shout out to the 1 actual viewer we have.
which is probably Brilito, which,
Shout
sweet.
out.
Or maybe it's Ty Gundy. I don't know. Or maybe it's a random, you know what? If you're watching this right
I
now,
mean, we
and
do
you're-
have
and-
305 subscribers. No big deal.
I mean, if those
Oh, look, it's
300
Brilito again. Love you guys. So he is the Lone Ranger in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
But Brilito, who do you love more? I think I know the answer.
The
but
mascot. We all love the mascot the most.
That is true.
And if everyone-
his relationship with the mascot is kind of like you. It's like, oh, you love the dog, but stop jumping on me. But you did jerk off my dog, so it's fine.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Accusations.
Fondled.
Accusations. Where's Rick Ross? I need Rick Ross back on AEW television. He was fantastic.
And Mary Avila. That's who just
Spelled Mary with a Y, not an I.
yeah.
Well, it does say Y in the YouTube chat. So apparently that's how she spells her name on
I don't
YouTube.
know. Yeah.
If I'm the only person who actually spells the name right. Because I care. How much I care. She might say I don't care, but I care.
You don't care.
Some might say it's just me being a pompous asshole having to be right about everything. But it's about me caring.
Damn, you fucking hit it on the nose right there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
If someone has a certain spelling of their name, I would like to get it right. Not just
True.
cave into society and be like, oh, you know what? Because I understand, because my mom's name is Elizabeth, not Elizabeth. So a lot of mail and a lot of shit she gets is with TH. When it's not a TH, it's ETE. So I understand. Don't want to cave into the white people who spell their names wrong.
I know I've asked this before, but does your mom get like legit upset when people call her Elizabeth, or she just go with it? She's like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, does it honestly matter?
I mean,
It's more in the writing. Like if she has like if it's like an official document, they're not going to get it wrong. But like there's some things that she'll get like in the mail and it's Elizabeth, not Elizabeth, when she clearly put her correct spelling on there.
Yeah.
Because they
Feel
just
it.
assume she did it wrong.
it's okay. Everywhere I go, they always spell it either CKK or IQUE. On occasion, I get the correct.
Who the
spelling
hell
of my
looks
name.
at you and spells Dominic with a QUE?
IQUE?
Exactly. Who the fuck is you? One of you white people spelling with the IQUE.
I mean, maybe it's the way I say it. They go, what's your name? I go, Dominic.
Dominique.
Maybe they hear Dominique. Like I'm foreign, like Dominique.
Yeah, you're
Today I got
Italian.
Don. I'm like, okay, sure. I look like a Don.
And that's why I just use the Starbucks app. So I type it in myself.
Was not Starbucks. So, booyah.
Well, are you going to answer what it was then?
It was Panera drive-through.
Mm,
So I'm a fat ass.
You said not me.
Oh, I'm so far behind because hang on. That's why everything looks so weird. There we go. I was looking at
Anywho,
the
Mr. X
picture.
kind of
Yeah.
asked about championships. We got some new championships. Roman Reigns got a new title.
Boo.
Asuka has a new title. They're pretty much the exact same title, but this one has a white strap to it. Dominic,
Does
any
that
thoughts?
mean Rhea gets a new title?
I guess, but what is the name going to be? Because Asuka's is the WWE Championship, and so I jokingly, but also kind of not jokingly, said Universal Women's Championship because what else are you going to go with unless it is going to be a World Heavyweight Championship, but they don't really say heavyweight with the women, so is it just going to be the World
Lightweight,
the Women's World Championship?
featherweight.
I think Universal kind of, even though it is kind of a dumb name, I think that is the way they're going to go.
I
do you
mean,
think, Dominic?
it's stupid no matter what. I mean, it's what they should
And
really.
then that also messes up the whatchamacallit, the delineation. Because what is officially like, what was the WWE Championship when they went into the brand split? God damn it.
I don't fucking know.
Now.
No,
Come
you
on,
don't.
Dominic. You need to know everything about women's wrestling history in WWE.
Well, it all started with the fabulous Moolah, great woman, right?
Mm.
But it's just for me. It's just it comes down to your women's division isn't as strong as it used to be, and maybe having one champion and you can have a big feud and then the little mini feuds and below it, and then the winner of the mini feud faces the winner of the big feud, and you just keep revolving that circle. And it's kind of the same thing with the tag titles. Your tag division isn't the best, so maybe unify everything up and then you just fucking go from there.
Okay. So, quick WWE Women's Championship recap. So, we got the WWE Women's Championship, which started in 1956, and then that went all the way to 2010. Obviously, there were some sporadic parts in between there, but that goes all the way to 2010.
Yeah.
We had the WWE Divas Championship that went from 2008 to 2016. So then that Divas Championship, then I would assume, looking at this, turned into the Raw Championship or the WWE. Yeah. So it turned into the Women's Championship. Whatever the case may be. And that one turned in. So the one that Lita presented at WrestleMania 32. And then that one, then they split the brands off. So then they went back to the WWE Women's Championship. So technically, it's not the original championship, but it was the WWE Women's Championship when it was debuted. So I guess technically that is correct lineage, but then also is confusing because there was a women's championship that got discontinued in 2010, and it wasn't connected to the Divas Championship. So there's a 6-year gap between the women's and the Divas Championship that then turned into the WWE Championship, and that turned into the Raw Championship, and then now it's back to the WWE Championship. What'd you say?
What you're saying is Rhea Ripley is the Divas champion.
Maybe. No.
She's not a diva. The mommy championship.
If you want to keep it in lineage, it would be the Divas Championship then turned into the WWE Women's Championship, even though it's a new name.
It's just fucking too much fucking. I got a headache now.
At least I'm pretty sure that is the Women's Championship.
Yeah,
because Becky was the first one. Becky was the first one to win it in that fucking thing and blah blah blah. All right.
Let's
Shout out
move
Paige,
on
the
here.
inaugural NXT Women's Champion. She did great things. She did great things with that championship.
Fuck. Let's not go there right now.
Sorry, it's a family show.
Yes.
We're not going to go over Dynamite in completion, but I just want to go over real quick. We got Forbidden Door matches announced. Dominic, oh my God, we're getting Bryan Danielson. We're getting Kazuchika Okada
and
at
aged
Forbidden Door.
Danielson,
and it's gonna be fucking fantastic.
And
we're getting Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, which also should be a fantastic match. They're kind of blowing their load early, but if this is the best we're getting, I am okay with that.
I mean, like I said, aged Danielson, a prime
Did you
Okada.
not? I mean, you obviously didn't see because I didn't pay for the pay-per-view for you, but Danielson, MJF, arguably best match of the show, or best match of the night, of the year, and the night. And the day.
I mean, I'm just saying. Danielson still has it. I'm just saying he's a little more aged. Okada, New Japan is a lot more tough.
I mean, if this was Daniel Bryan, Kazuchika Okada in 2014.
Oh.
Whenever Danielson came back and he was fine. Like, yes, obviously be great, but this is still gonna be fucking fantastic.
Oh, I still be fine. Still no word. I mean, everyone keeps trying to get Kenta versus Punk, which I don't want to happen. Because I don't want to see Punk on pay-per-view ever again.
Speaking of Punky Brewster, he confirmed to have his first match at Collision. It's going to be a 6-man with FTR taking on Juice, Jay White, and Samoa Joe. So rumor was it's going to be a Samoa Joe CM Punk feud or match to kick it off, but we're getting a 6-man instead. So I guess kind of keep him.
Well, Joe is coming back from filming Sweet Tooth or Twisted. Is it Sweet Tooth or Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal. He's playing Sweet Tooth.
Yes. Which saw the little clip and fucking looks great.
And
I
I
have to watch
forgot
it.
that Will Arnett is voicing him. So we have Will Arnett on Samoa
Samoa
Joe's
Joe's
body.
body, which is great.
I just think of Reese's commercials
Anyways,
and Lego Masters great show.
anyways,
and Lego
Uh,
Batman.
but do you see Punk having a match at Forbidden Door, or do you think it's too soon to have him back on?
I mean,
on,
we're what at that point, it's a week away. Yeah, 8 days away. So possibly, maybe they shoot an angle the day before. Like you just kind of have his match. He hopefully doesn't get hurt. You do what you're gonna do there, and then you come back on Collision the next week, and you shoot some sort of angle because obviously there's gonna be all the New Japan guys will be there.
Yeah.
Maybe not actually, on the show, but they'll be in town. So maybe that's what they do. And then you shoot the angle for Kenta, and then we just run off with it because it doesn't need to be with
I mean,
the two mega matches. It doesn't need to be a main event, top tier level match.
is that something that you would want to watch, or do you not mind seeing just Punk versus
I mean, as
nobody or
a
something?
gimmick, I'm fine with CM Punk versus Kenta. I don't know what, because at this point, CM Punk just back. I don't want to quote unquote waste like another top name against Punk. So
Yeah.
it's like, maybe Tanahashi would be cool because it was the match we're supposed to get last year. Didn't get that.
Yeah.
Naito or Sonata, Yujiro, whoever's, I don't know who's,
And we get Jeff
available,
Cobb.
but-
Great.
But anyways, we're supposed to possibly get Mercedes money at Forbidden Door, but then she shot at her ankle.
She needs some milk. Needs strong bones,
she
girl.
needs some of Sarah's milk, some of that Sarah protein milk.
There we go.
There we go. Deep
I
references.
think we should just call it Sarah's milk instead of Kenyan Drake. Just Sarah's milk.
That'd just be too on. That'd be too out there. I like to keep some hidden gems in there for the people who, especially the wrestling portion, because let's be honest, maybe not a lot of people out there are the wrestling fans, and so the real fans listen throughout the entire episode, even though they're not wrestling fans, or they are wrestling fans.
They're
even
just
better.
Dominic and Brandon fans.
Which I don't think there's a lot of those.
You
out
guys
there.
are fans of ours. You guys.
I mean, there's a lot of either Dominic or Brandon fans. I don't know if there's both.
I think there's more
Very,
Dominic fans than
very
Brandon
polarized.
fans. Just
Probably
saying.
because
Just saying.
I'm a fucking asshole.
You're an asshole. I'm fucking stupid, but also hilarious.
Speaking of being an asshole, MJF and Adam Cole did a promo back and forth, mainly just MJF talking shit and running down.
Almost shit
Adam
my
Cole.
pants on Thursday, by the way.
Oh, we got a chili bowl story. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that at the end of the podcast, folks.
Yes.
But MJF going down the route of kind of running down Adam Cole, maybe a little bit too hard. It's kind of like what MJF does, but I do think maybe this one will cut a little too close to the bone.
I mean, this is the same promo Adam Cole gave to Killer Cross. So
Carrion Cross.
whatever. Killer Cross is better. Cooler name.
Don't dead name him, Dominic.
He ain't dead. He's very much alive, brother.
I mean, match should be fun. I just don't know, maybe with Adam Cole, who has been kind of cold and hasn't done too much recently, that you really put it out there that, MJF is basically saying the quiet part out loud. But that's just kind of what he does. He did tiptoe around it by putting him over at the beginning and end of the match or the promo, but we'll have to stay tuned and find out exactly how long.
I mean, do you really
is-
do you really think Adam Cole is the one to beat MJF, or do you think it's gonna be?
And that's the other
Punk
thing is
over?
I don't see him being the guy to beat MJF. So
Mhm.
you're doing all this kind of running him down, saying how shitty he is and how he's not living up to his hype. He's
Yeah.
frail little crack whore, and then he's gonna end up just lose at the end of this. That's the other
Yes.
thing that I kind of don't like. It's like, okay, you're gonna run him down, but at the end of the day, he's gonna get the last word and win the championship. But if
Yes.
he's not, then MJF has almost proven its point. Even if you do some sort of chicanery with MJF in a fucking oxygen tank and he hits him in the head and beats him that way, but still,
Give him
I'm
another
still on
concussion.
the Eddie
Great.
Kingston bandwagon. Eddie Kingston forever to beat MJF.
I never want to see him back either.
But Eddie Kingston's in the G1, Dominic. I know you're going to watch every single
I mean,
one of
I
his
have
matches.
I have a Roku stick now, so
Well, you need an Amazon Fire Stick to watch.
Oh.
New Japan World, I know.
Damn.
I mean, that was kind of the only talking points I wanted to go over with AEW Dynamite. So now, everyone, since you've made it this far into the podcast, that is it. But little bonus tidbit for you. Should we turn on? Should this also be a YouTube special, or should we, make it a podcast?
I think maybe we should
podcast?
save it for next week.
But then I'm gonna forget.
Or
Or
will you?
I make a little note on the
That-
podcast podcast sheet.
And I mean, just to make it clear, I did not defecate in my pants, but it was probably the closest call I've had since the said Chili Bowl event back in 2019
even
or 20.
closer than Rupert Float Night. Because I mean,
I would say it's like right there. It's par with that.
okay.
Because if you remember Rupert Float Day, it was
If
got
we're not going to get the new Chili Bowl story, let's get a revamp of the
It's a-
last almost Chili Bowl story.
the recap of said Rupert Float Day was, maybe had too much ice cream, because Rupert Float's got to go hard in the paint. And
Random question: was Frank Somerville there at the Rupert Float Day?
it was
The black guy that you
Yeah.
put over how much your mom loves, and then I think there was the white
is
girl
it Frank
too.
Clark? No, it's
Yeah.
is it Frank Clark? Is that the it wasn't Frank Somerville, it was the black one, but I think it's
Well, I just wanted to point out because I guess Frank Somerville's a drunk and got arrested in Berkeley this week. Shout out to him.
fuck that guy. But as soon as we leave the stadium, everything's cool. We're driving, and then as soon as we hit San Leandro Boulevard, I look at
Which is
Brandon.
about
I go,
halfway there.
I
and
go
20 minutes out.
Yo, step on the fucking gas because I got to shit. And I'm thinking like, okay, I got to shit. We can get home. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, no, you're gonna go now. And it was pull over to the gas station. I can't make it. Pull over, and I go, hi, and I don't run in there like, give me the fucking key. I got to shit. I just walk in there casually. Hi, can I please use your restroom? And she said, oh, sorry, it's out of order. And I said, oh, okay, that's no big deal. Turn around. I walked to
Starts
the Jeep.
crying.
I was not crying, but I
Internally
looked at
he
you.
was.
I looked at you in the eyes. You saw the pain in my eyes, and you were like,
Yeah, I'm not letting this motherfucker back in my car and shitting all over the place.
and I
If
said,
he's gonna shit in the street or in those bushes over there.
I literally was like, I'm afraid to lift my leg up back in the Jeep because I might shit my pants. And I said, I'm gonna walk across the Jack in a Box, and I waddled my ass to Jack in a Box, and I turned the corner, pull the door, and it's not opening. And the guy's like, oh, I got to buzz you in. I'm like, oh, cool. He buzzes me in, drop trial, and we have touchdown. So, and yes, this thing that happened on Thursday was very much just like that, basically.
Well, in the business, we call that a tease for next week. And that's why to this day, the group chat is still God bless Jack in the Box. So
God bless Jack in the Box.
until then, remember, follow us on the socials, Curveballs and CS on Twitter and Instagram, curveballandcs@gmail.com. If you want to send in a question, be like Mr. X. Thank you to everybody who sent in questions. Shout out Mr. X, shout out J-Rose, shout out Ty Gundy, shout out everyone in the chat, shout out Java, shout out Mary, shout out Burlito, shout out Ty Gundy, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone who's listening.
How come Ty
currently,
Gundy gets 2 shout outs?
and
You
shout
said
out
him
to
twice.
everybody. Well, Ty Gundy participated twice.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, technically, shout out studio audience, shout out the mascot. So there you go. Studio audience gets 2 shout outs.
Okay, deal.
There you go. Dominic only gets 1. Actually, yes, Dominic got 1. I didn't get any. So there you go. I'm putting everybody over. I'm such a good boy. Also, RP the Sheik, Cheeky Baby #1, Hulk Hogan, fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye and good night. Ba-bank. And we're still alive on the YouTube.
I know, we're
channel,
still
so
alive,
don't
yeah.
say anything